Yeah, a good day, everyone. So, welcome to another episode of my YouTube tutorial again. It's been a while. So, today I'm going to show us a lot of things. I'm going to show you either you're a beginner just using Photoshop or you don't know how to source for image while it is designing. So I'm going to show you how to get the right prompt to create image, how to um, get the sites you can use to generate your image, and also how to design a flyer on Photoshop using everything I'm going to teach you now. So please do it to like and subscribe to this channel so you can always see more of my videos. And if you have any video you want me to create for you, please do it to comment it in the comment section so that I can create it for you. So now let's just go fast into it. First of all, I want to create my prompt for the image I want. I'll just go to ChatGPT. Then I'll tell I want I want someone holding a shawarma. I've written down my prompt already. I can just put it in the session for you. I said an excited young man jumps toward the camera with dramatic energy, holding a delicious shawarma wrap. The clean white background, a playful pose, and bold perspective create a vibrant fast food advertisement. So now let's just copy this. Let's just copy that, and let's just come to ChatGPT to get our prompt. Just give me a prompt for, then just put in this. So now it's going to create the prompt for us. And yeah, this is the prompt. Let's just copy it. So now let's just go to flow. Let's search flow. This is where we are going to get our image. Flow. New projects. If you have not signed up, you obviously have to sign up with Google or anything. So just look at my settings. You see here the settings I'm going to use: banana nano banana 2, image size 3 by 4. Then let's just press save. So now let's just put in our prompt here, simple, and just click it. So now it's going to create image for us. It might create two different type for us to choose. Then created one. Alright, then let's see if this is going to work. First of all, let me see if I'm still recording. Alright, I'm still recording. Sorry. Oh, Jesus. This should be fast network. Okay, this is good. So now let's just download this. Download upscale to 2K. This is the image. We can use this. This isn't bad, but I don't like the shirt color. We might have to change the shirt color. But first of all, let's just upscale it. Then the size that we're going to use is obviously 1080 by 1350 pixels. Why me, I always like to create my artboard. Then after we've done that, let's bring in our elements for the design, like the logo first. Let's bring in our logo. So let's the background of this logo like this. Just place it on top of here. Make sure it's well aligned. And just write our text. First of all, I always like to bring out my color palette. Colors I want to use this color, and I want to use this color for my design. So yeah, let's just type big flavor, big flavor. What did I write? Okay, big flavor and bigger vibes. Let's make sure everything is well aligned. We're going to change this font. I'm going to use Growboard. Yes, this is the font I'm going to use. Then what I would like to do is to give it some effects. I don't want it to just be too raw. Just increase this a little bit. And probably just make this cap. Yes. And what we are going to do next is you are going to duplicate this text by pressing Ctrl J. Then convert the top, close the second one and convert the top one to smart objects, and just press Ctrl T for free transform and go to warp. But we just want to like give it some style so it won't be too plain and boring. So we can just do it like this. Yes. So yeah, this is good. I love this. Let's make sure it is well aligned. Let's reduce the size of this logo. It's too big. And let's just move it to the top. Just stay there. Yes. Yes, and this is good. So just what I want to do next is create a new layer on top of it. Then come to my append tool. I'm going to use the converter append tool. Sorry, let me just check if I'm still recording. Alright, yeah, I'm still recording. Then just draw something like this and just curve it like this and close the color. Let's use this. So yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. Okay, now let's write our second text. What we are going to write here now is we are going to change the font to Elix. Let's use Elix semi-bold. Let's just write start your. Well, instead of writing, let me just go and copy the text from what I've done before. Yeah, let me just copy it because of our time. Let me just copy it. Just bring it here. Yes. I don't want the video to be too long because I want to show us a lot of things here. So now let's just bring this down and bring in our image. So for those of us that still don't know how to remove background in Photoshop, we can do that here now. So I feel yeah, this image is perfect. So just click on your quick selection to go to select, scroll down, you see subject and click on subject. It's going to select it like this. See everything selected, and just click on your layer marks. Just add the layer marks and convert it to smart objects. So that's it. We've gotten that already. Then this is okay. Then I said I want to change the color of the shirt. I don't like the shirt color. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to select the shirt like this. Make sure everything is selected. So after we've done that, then I will come to this. Then I'll come to this adjustment layer. Then the adjustment layer. Then I'm going to add a solid color. After I've added a solid color, I'm going to choose the color of my choice, which is this color. Or no, let me use something brighter. Something that is not that also complements it. Yes, this works. Let me see. I want to see if I'm still recording. Okay, I'm still recording. Then you can just come to your blending option, then just give it multiply. Yes, this works. And that's simple way to change t-shirt color. As you can see. Yes. So since we are done with that, we can just convert this to a smart object. Just convert them to smart objects like that. And do you know how to call it? If you want to convert to a smart object, you are going to right click on the thumbnail, convert to smart object. So after we've done that, then let's reduce the size a little bit. We want it like this. And so let's create a layer on top of this. Still recording. Let's create a layer on top of this. Then go to our curve pen tool. Then just draw a curve like this. Just draw a curve like this and just bring it. Then yes, this is exactly what I want. Just exactly like this. Then I'm going to bring this down like this. If you have any question, you can always ask me in the comment section. I'm going to change the color to this guy here. Perfect. So let me check this. Okay, let's take it to the back. So now what we are going to do is we are going to come to this image here, right? You are going to click on the thumbnail of it. Click on the thumbnail like this and select it. So after you have done that, you come back to the shape, this top shape here. Then you are going to create a layer mask. If you create a layer mask, you observe that that's already masked into the image, but that's not what you want. So what you are going to do now is that you are not going to press Ctrl I to invert the selection. Just press Ctrl I, and now this is it. So what we don't want any of this to show. So just to make the selection perfect, let's just select the body that we don't want to show. Select it like this and make our foreground color white. Okay, click on our brush, then reduce the size to fit and just brush like this. And yeah, we've done it. Still not perfect yet. So let's see. Okay, great. Yes, we've done this. So this is it. Then to continue it, we obviously cannot leave it like this. Let's convert this to a smart object. Create a new layer on top of it. Create a new layer on top of it. Go to our brush, click on this, then give it a darker shade of this, and just brush. I'm sure you must have seen this in a lot of the design. Just brush this like this, and then give it a screen blending mode. After you've given it a screen blending mode, you're going to add noise of 4 to the shape. Then to the brush that I gave a screen blending mode, still add noise of 4 to it. And also give it Gaussian blur of 8 down, and that's great. Then let's bring in another image. Let's bring in this. So let's bring in this guy over here. So what we are going to do is to this guy, we're just going to clip mask it inside the shape. Just right click on it and create a clipping mask on it like that, and give it blending mode of multiply, and just reduce the opacity a little bit to 27. 27 is perfect actually. Then if you don't want to leave your design to be too plain, you can just type something here, something that says 1 byte and you are hooked. So I'm going to give this all caps, and I'm going to increase this size to bold, and probably just left alignment and like this. Then I'm going to reduce the size, then reduce the land height, and create a new layer up here like this, and just use my curve brush and just brush, I see curve brush, curve pen tool, and just do something like this, and just give it this yellow feel and increase the size. This size is 4 is okay for it. Then just to create attention to it, then duplicate this and type something here. Let's just type order now. Just type order now. Then let's create a shape here. Create the shape. We are going to give the shape this yellow color and put this on top of it. We are going to change the color of the order now. Let's just use this darker shade and increase the font size. So let's just use black. Then just select on it, and you can just spin it like this. Just make it more, this is, yeah, just like this. It does not necessarily have to be to order now. Then I want to see if I'm still recording, please. Then I can just bring in some other extra elements like tomatoes just to spice it up. I just place it here like this. Give it blur. Let's just give it motion blur. Just blur it a little bit like this. And duplicate that same tomato again. Then bring it. You can get the tomato from a PNG Wing, pngwing.com. I will type it for you, pngwing.com. So yeah, this is it. Let's not leave the background like that. Let's not use pure white background. Let's just change the color of the background to something like this. And to spice it up more, because we are actually done, we can just add some grain effects to it by coming to create a new layer, come to file, 50, sorry, let me show you again. Create a new layer, come to edit, come to fill, then 50% gray, press OK, convert it to a smart object, go to your filter, noise, add noise of 9, then add overlay blending option. And after you've done that, I always like to give my design some kind of light feel like this. Just create a new layer, go to your brush, increase your brush size, press it like this, and give it a screen blending option, and just reduce the size. As you can see, yeah, we are done. It is a very simple flyer, something you can easily create. And now you know how to mask, how to remove background, how to use your pen tools, and how to use various tools. Please do it to like and subscribe for more. Thank you very much.